playing with dolls, are we saying that is an incredibly powerful thing for children to do, is to have these dolls?
I don't know.
And to imagine them as real people, right? Adult versions of themselves, and to create these little scenarios and scenes where they're succeeding as a doctor or they're succeeding as a CEO. That actually being able to encourage children to play, to do make-believe with dolls actually has an incredibly powerful impact on what they potentially imagine for themselves in the future.
Well, as they say, children's play is never play, it's rehearsing for life. The whole evolutionary biological argument of why do all young animals play is rehearsal of life. Yeah. And look, and I have no doubt that when my daughters were playing with Barbie dolls at some point in time, Ken and Barbie may have been married in their Barbie home that they had. Maybe they did play that. Maybe they did, but I'll tell you what they didn't have. There were no Barbie children. So I believe, God, this is stretching my memory. I believe Barbie had little friends, but they were like friends and nieces. They weren't her daughter. You know what I mean? So whilst you really had to play make-believe to get Ken and Barbie to be married with a family because there was no evidence of it. You know what I mean? So you couldn't get the little kids in there. Like if you notice with kids' toys, and now we're getting onto kids' toys, but if you notice with kids' toys that they've got the doll houses, and usually they've got like little kids and babies and children and mums and dads and like a house sort of thing. But Barbie doesn't have that. Barbie's an independent woman, and she always has been from that regard. So, like I said, it's fairly subliminal, and it could be a coincidence, but I don't think it's not. I think it's a cultural thing. It's and okay, and so why is Ruth Handler such a genius? Because she saw this, her and her husband, or the people who are marketing it with her, like were way ahead of their time. I mean, way ahead of their time in terms of their depiction of a young woman in a doll, and you know what I mean. They kind of, it's almost like they could see into the future. It's crazy about what where society was going in terms of gender, and okay, we're back to gender. It's what we're talking about today. So. Absolutely genius from that perspective. There's nothing anachronistic about Barbie. Yeah, maybe there was that aspect to it in terms of playing to some sort of body ideal, but the deeper cultural code was that this woman was not just a beauty queen; she was also an independent, intelligent woman off her own bat. Yeah, and so. I would say that probably had just as big an impact on, young kids playing with the doll as this thing about, I can never look like Barbie.
On that note, Rigas, this concludes the Marketing Minutes episode 5. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.